The essence of loneliness. Loneliness, just a single word, yet it carries a weight so heavy that no one willingly wants to confront it. In the stillness of the night, when the echoes of laughter and conversation have faded, it creeps in, making us feel adrift, disconnected, like a river separated from its shores by unseen barriers. Loneliness knows no boundaries. It doesn't discriminate by age, circumstance, or success. It can find us even in the midst of our loved ones, or after we've achieved everything we once dreamed of. But have you ever wondered, does loneliness exist solely as a source of pain? Or could it hold deeper messages, lessons we've overlooked in our rush to escape it? Sometimes, in the quiet moments, loneliness offers us something profound. A chance to face ourselves, to peer into the depths of our soul, and to discover who we truly are. Today, I invite you to join me on a journey to understand loneliness. Not to flee from it, but to confront it. To see beyond the invisible walls it builds around us and uncover the path to true peace and happiness that lies waiting on the other side. The invisible walls. There are moments in life when we feel disconnected, separated from everything around us. It's not because we lack loved ones, nor because we don't have friends. Yet between us and them, there always seems to be invisible walls that quietly keep us apart. These walls can take many forms: differences in personality, interests, knowledge, or even life perspectives. Sometimes, a single disagreement or an awkward glance is enough to build a barrier that feels impossible to cross. But the sad truth is that more often than not, we are the ones constructing these walls. We build them to protect ourselves, to guard against hurt. But in doing so, we inadvertently isolate ourselves, shutting out the chance for genuine connection. We often fear that the people closest to us are the ones most capable of causing us pain. So we live in a constant state of defense, keeping our distance to avoid being taken advantage of or diminished. But here's the paradox: the more we protect our egos, the more we push ourselves into a state of solitude. It's ironic, isn't it? We crave love and understanding, yet we hesitate to open our hearts. These invisible walls, though unseen, hold a remarkable power. They keep us apart, preventing hearts from truly connecting. And the longer we cling to them, the lonelier we feel, even amidst the relationships we once cherished. Do you see it now? To break down these walls, the first thing we need is courage. Courage to trust. Courage to accept differences. And most importantly, courage to open our hearts. Because only when we're ready to receive others into our lives can we truly cross the boundaries of loneliness and discover a deeper understanding of those around us. The secret of loneliness. People often say, loneliness is the homeland of genius. This saying isn't just poetic. It carries a profound truth. Those we call geniuses often immerse themselves in creativity and exploration. But their loneliness isn't simply the absence of others. It's the struggle to find someone who shares their depth of understanding. Even so, loneliness isn't reserved for geniuses or those who are different. It touches all of us at various points in our lives. And in those moments, it offers something unique: the chance to face ourselves. When the noise of the world quiets, we're left with spaces we once filled with busyness or fleeting relationships. But loneliness isn't just a source of sorrow. It's a doorway, a teacher, that guides us to discover the hidden depths of our souls. It compels us to ask, who am I really? What do I truly want? In these moments, we gain clarity about who we are, uncovering our core values and what truly matters. Yet, without the courage to face it, loneliness can feel like a prison. Those who retreat into self-doubt or indulge in their own egos often find their vision clouded by isolation. They may feel they have no worth, or conversely, that they're too exceptional to need others. But the truth is, no matter how strong we believe ourselves to be, we all need connection. We all need the companionship and understanding of those around us. Remember, loneliness is not the enemy. It's a part of life. And only by looking into it, accepting it, and truly understanding it, can we transform it into a source of strength, one that helps us stand steady as we navigate the journey toward a meaningful and fulfilled life. Overcoming loneliness. Loneliness, no matter how deep or persistent, can be overcome. The key lies in how we choose to perceive and confront it. Instead of avoiding it, try viewing loneliness as a companion, a natural part of life. By facing it head-on, you'll realize that loneliness isn't a sentence to endure, but an opportunity to grow. The first and most important step is to open your heart. We often build walls around ourselves to avoid pain, but the truth is, those walls also block out meaningful connections. Take a small step, a simple hello, a genuine smile, or a brief conversation. Not every interaction will lead to a lasting bond, but each one offers a valuable lesson in building relationships. Next, don't rely too heavily on others to fill the void you feel inside. Instead, learn how to be your own best friend. Spend time doing things you love, discover new interests, and find joy in the little moments of daily life. When you learn to be content with yourself, loneliness will no longer feel so overwhelming. Finally, give without expecting anything in return. Genuine acts of kindness and selfless sharing create powerful connections. When you help others, you'll find that warmth and meaning flow back into your own life. And remember, even among 1,000 people, there's always someone who will truly understand and walk alongside you. When approached with the right mindset, loneliness can become the foundation for inner strength. So, whenever life feels cold or isolating, remember, by opening your heart, you'll discover the warmth and beauty the world has to offer. The lessons from loneliness. Loneliness, while far from comfortable, can become a powerful teacher if we learn how to approach it. In the quiet moments it brings, we discover truths that the noise and busyness of daily life often drown out. First, loneliness teaches us to face ourselves. When there's no one else around, we're left to confront our true emotions, our fears, our sadness, and even the dreams we've kept buried. Instead of avoiding these feelings, loneliness compels us to ask, what am I searching for? Who do I want to become? It's through this process that we start to understand ourselves better, uncovering the values and goals that matter most. Loneliness also teaches us to appreciate the relationships in our lives. In moments of absence, we realize the value of a simple gesture, a held hand, a shared word, or the quiet presence of a friend. Loneliness isn't meant to immerse us in despair. It's there to remind us to cherish the people who have been and will be part of our journey. But perhaps the greatest lesson loneliness offers is emotional independence. When we overcome loneliness, we become more resilient, less reliant on others to define our happiness. This doesn't mean we abandon connection. Instead, it means finding strength within ourselves so that we can build deeper, more meaningful relationships. Remember, loneliness is not an enemy. It's an integral part of life. When we learn to face it and understand it, loneliness transforms into a foundation for a stronger, more peaceful soul. And as we grow through it, we come to see that while loneliness may linger for a time, what truly lasts are the love and genuine connections we share with others. Loneliness can be the birthplace of genius, but it can also imprison those unwilling to embrace change. When you learn to open your heart, loneliness stops being a source of pain and becomes a teacher, guiding you toward growth and understanding. And always remember, the kindness and love you give today will remain forever in the hearts of those you touch.